Hello, hi, good morning, very good morning to all of you guys. Welcome to Genius by Aditya Sir. I hope I am audible and visible to all of you guys clearly. Yeah. So first of all, check everything is fine. So this is the first live session we are going to do today. Topic is going to be very important government schemes we are going to discuss. Apart from that, the Union Budget 2024 101 total questions I am going to discuss in this session. If everything is fine at your end, let me know so we can start the session. Yeah. Good morning, good morning, good morning, very good morning everyone. काफी important topic रहेगा आज का and we'll discuss the questions that will be perfectly relevant for your RRB PO Clerk Mains examination. Everyone, yeah. Let's start the session then. So what I'm planning is after this session on Monday morning, we will be doing MCQs on regional rural bank, RRB related question like RRBs are working in which state, not working in which state, what is the current profitability of regional rural banks in India, such type of questions. Question related to NABARD, question related to agricultural scheme. So that we are going to discuss on Monday. Okay, I'll give you the timing and complete schedule over the Telegram group GA Genius. So there you can get it. Then on Tuesday, I'm planning to cover the last 4-month government schemes that are going to be important. Then RBI circular and banking news of last 4 months that we are planning on Wednesday. So these are the upcoming classes which you are going to have in the upcoming days. Is my point clear? Yeah. So if everything is fine, first of all, subscribe the channel. If you're watching the session for the first time on this channel, you are going to get very great sessions in the upcoming days. Question number 1 on your screen, guys. Question number 1 on your screen. So let's move into the session now. First question. Finance Minister budget speech usually begin with which traditional salutation? तो कौन सा ऐसा स्पीच होता, मतलब जो फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर का स्पीच है उसको किस पर्टिकुलर इनमें से सॉल्यूशन से स्टार्ट किया जाता है? एक तरीके से सलामी बोल सकते हो आप. सो इन विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग हैव बीन यूज्ड? वंदे मातरम, जय हिंद, ओम शांति, सत्यमेव जयते, भारत माता की जय. Simple answer is Satymev Jayate. So always the budget speech started by the finance minister of India with the Satymev Jayate. Union budget is not defined in the Indian constitution anywhere. Do you know that which article of Indian constitution defines annual financial statement, which means union budget? तो वैसे तो बजट हमारा कहीं पर भी डिफाइन नहीं है, बट एक आर्टिकल है जिसमें आपका एनुअल फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट डिफाइन है, जिसका मीनिंग होता है यूनियन बजट. तो यू टेल मी दैट व्हाट इज दैट आर्टिकल, इन विच आर्टिकल इट इज डिफाइंड? या इन विच आर्टिकल इट इज डिफाइंड? यू टेल मी क्विकली. मैं चैट्स भी देखते हुए चल रहा हूं आप लोगों के पैरेलली. सो yes, we are going to do the session regularly on this channel, so just be active with us. Question number 2 is Union Budget in the year 2024. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman highlighted 4 major caste. Question को ध्यान से पढ़ना. 4 major caste, that is गरीब, महिलाएं, युवा and अन्नदाता. Senior citizen is not defined into that category. So it is senior citizen is not defined into that category. So guys, there are 2 different points. 4 things and 4 themes defined in the union budget. 4 major caste, 4 budget themes. 4 major caste which is announced by the union finance minister was farmer, that is annadata, garib, poor, mahilaएं, women and yuva, youth. While 4 different themes are employment, skilling, MSME and middle class. So this question can confuse you in the examination. If they can make the options by mixing together. So you should not get confused and get the answer properly. ठीक है? Move करते हैं next question की तरफ. Next one. In the Union Budget 2024-25, what is the total budget expenditure? अब क्वेश्चन को ध्यान से पढ़िएगा, आपसे क्या पूछा गया है? It is total budget expenditure they are asking. It is total budget expenditure they are asking you. That what is the total budget expenditure? ठीक है? Happy to see me. You are going to see me continuously. Don't worry. Yeah. So what is the total budget expenditure? ध्यान से पढ़ लो फिर आंसर करना. So either they are asking you total budget, total expenditure, total receipts, all are same. In the budget, total receipt means what is the total amount collected by the government of India. Total expenditure means that is going to be your total budget. So all three will be same: receipt, expenditure, and budget. So total budget for the year 2024-25, that is current financial year, is 48.20 lakh crore. While last year it was 45 lakh crore rupee. At the time of interim budget, it was 47.65 lakh crore. But now it has been announced as 48.20 lakh crore. ठीक है, 48.20 lakh crore. Next है, in the union budget 2024-25, the total capital expenditure of the union budget 2024-25 is, अभी देखो वहां पर पूछा था आपसे total expenditure. Now they are asking total capital expenditure. Capital expenditure means the amount which will be utilized for the investments into dam, highway, flyover, etc. So such type of amount. So total capital expenditure of the current financial year is 11.11 lakh crore. Easy to remember, 11.11 lakh crore is the total expenditure. ठीक है, कलर चेंज कर लेते हैं. So total expenditure is 11.11 lakh crore. Apart from that, you should also remember this capital expenditure is 3.4% of GDP of the nation. So 3.4% है GDP का, and it is 11.11% higher compared to last year. Last year के capital expenditure से 11.11% high है. Next one. In the union budget, what is the term used difference between total revenue and the total expenditure? If the total revenue of government of India is low and the total expenditure is high, so there will be a loss to government. Government will be under a loss. What is the meaning of that loss? Loss means deficit. So which type of deficit it is going to be? Fiscal deficit, revenue, budget deficit, economic deficit, primary deficit. So which type of deficit it is? It is called fiscal deficit. When the revenue of government is low and the expenditure are high, that is called fiscal deficit. अगर आपसे पूछ लेता है revenue deficit, so in the revenue deficit, revenues which are accepted by the government, that is revenue income, revenue receipts are low and revenue expenditure is high. यहाँ पर revenue income कम है, revenue expenditure ज़्यादा है, that is called revenue expenditure. Fiscal deficit means total amount collected by the government apart from borrowing and the total expenditure. Difference between them is called what? Fiscal deficit. ठीक है. Next one. What was the historic change introduced in the union budget in 1991 that transformed the Indian economy with the support of policies? 1991, there was a big change we have seen in the Indian economy that was announced in the union budget itself. And according to that, we have seen lots of big changes in the economy with the time. So what was that? It was LPG. We call it LPG in short. LPG in short, right? That is liberalization, privatization and globalization. Next one. Ode Desh Ka Aam Nagarik scheme was launched to improve the regional connectivity and to make the air travel more affordable. On which this scheme was officially launched on which date? So Ode Desh Ka Aam Nagarik, Government of India is planning to extend till now it is under plan to extend Ode Desh Ka Aam Nagarik scheme. So this scheme was launched on which date? So it was launched on 21st of October 2016. The scheme was launched on 21st of October 2016. Currently Government of India is planning to extend the scheme for another 10 years. याद रखना, Government of India is planning to extend the scheme for another 10 years. 10 साल के लिए और extend करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट इसको क्या कर रही है? प्लान कर रही है. ठीक है, मूव करें. तो मैंने आपको बताया मंडे को क्या सेशन रहेगा. मंडे वी आर गोइंग टू डू द सेशन बेस्ड ऑन आरआरबी एंड नाबार्ड. After that on Tuesday we will be doing the session based on government scheme, and Wednesday we will be doing the session based on RBI circular and banking, financial news, business news. So these are the next 3 live session. Apart from that you are going to get the videos. इसके अलावा वीडियोस आपके आते रहेंगे. वीडियोस बेस्ड ऑन द जीडीपी प्रेडिक्शन, वीडियोस बेस्ड ऑन द फर्स्ट इन इंडिया. तो ये वाले वीडियोस भी आपके प्लान में हैं. पैरा ओलंपिक वीडियो इज अंडर प्लान, तो ये प्लान में है. वो सब आपको मिल जाएगा अगले 2-3 दिन में. ठीक है, बाय वेडनेसडे. Union Cabinet recently approved PM E-Drive scheme with the total allocation of 10,900 crore rupee to adopt the electric vehicles in India. Question is, this scheme have replaced to FAME. This scheme replaced to FAME, that is faster adoption and manufacturing of electric vehicle. FAME was introduced in which year? So FAME scheme was introduced in which year? So FAME was introduced in the year 2015. Full form was actually faster adoption manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicle, that was introduced in the year 2015. FAME scheme recently replaced by PM E-Drive. Next one. Consider the correct statement about Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana. Consider the correct statement about it. Point number 1, Mudra scheme stands for micro unit defining refinance agency. It is a financial institution set up by the government of India. Mudra can directly lend money to the micro enterprises and individuals in India. So Mudra can lend the money directly to micro, small, medium enterprises in India, even to the individuals also. Mudra have 3 products: Shishu, Kishore and Tarun. So these are the 3 answers. Yeah, what is your answer? Redefining होगा, re-energy होगा, only 3, 2 and 3. काफी लोग confused हैं. Correct answer is only third one. First one is wrong, second one is wrong. First one wrong है, second one wrong है. Why it is? Micro Unit Development Refinance Agency Limited. Micro Unit Development Refinance Agency Limited, and it cannot lend money directly to the public. It is providing loan to the bank or financial institution. They further provide lending facility in the market. So it cannot provide lending directly to the public. तो 2 point आपके हो गए. Next, Pradhan Mudra Yojana is a scheme that is launched by Honorable Prime Minister for providing the loan up to 10 lakh rupee. Previously it was 10 lakh only. Now it has been extended to 20. So when it was launched, it was up to 10 lakh rupee loan, non-corporate, micro, small enterprises. Mudra was launched on which date? What is the date on which date Mudra was launched? Mudra scheme आपका launch कब हुआ था? So Mudra was launched on 8th of April 2015. So 8th of April 2015 is the date when Mudra scheme was launched, right? So Mudra scheme was launched on 8th of April 2015. Last one question regarding Mudra, then Mudra will be over. Every detail regarding Mudra is covered here. Who is the managing director and CEO of Mudra scheme? Full form एक बार फिर से रिवाइज कर लो. Micro Unit Development Refinance Agency. So correct answer is Vinay Hedu. So Vinay Hidao is Mr. Vinay Hidao is the MD and CEO of Mudra. Now the biggest update under Mudra is Mudra scheme have 3 schemes within it. We know that. So within Mudra we have Shishu. फटाफट से बताइएगा उसमें कमेंट बॉक्स में, चैट बॉक्स में, that what are the limits to provide loan under Mudra. Easy and important question है. So we have Shishu, right? Kishore, and third one is Tarun. So under Shishu scheme, one can borrow the loan up to how much rupee? 50,000 rupee. Under Kishore, one can borrow the loan from 50,000 to 50k to 5 lakh. And under Tarun, 5 lakh to 20 lakh rupee limit is available now. 5 lakh to 20 lakh rupee limit is available now. So ये भी याद रखना है कि 5 lakh से 20 लाख रुपए तक का आपका लिमिट जो है यहां पर अवेलेबल है. तो ये 3 पॉइंट बन रहे हैं आपके पास. नेक्स्ट है, फाइनेंस मिनिस्टर हैज रिलैक्स्ड द एक्सपेंडिचर एक्सीडिंग 500 करोड़ रुपी फॉर द कैपिटल एक्सपेंडिचर फॉर द करंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर. So this year capital expenditure is 11.11 lakh crore, which is how much percent higher compared to the last year? Last year से कितना percent high है? In the current year, it is how much percent higher compared to the last year? So correct answer है 11.11%. It is higher compared to the last year. 11.11% high है compared to the last year. Clear है point? Yeah, 11.11% higher compared to the last year. So if you will see here, there are 2-3 important data from the overall budget numbers which we need to collect. Point number 1, what is the revenue receipt? Revenue receipt is approximately 31.2 lakh crore. मैं short में बताते हुए चलूंगा, which will be easy to remember. 31.2 lakh crore. After that, what is the capital receipt? Capital receipt is 16.9 lakh crore, around 17 lakh crore rupees. So 16.9 lakh crore. If you will do the total, your total budget will come around 48.2 lakh crore. So 48.2 lakh crore rupee is your budget allocation. So ये important data है which you need to cover. Next one. So Mudra scheme, what is the budget limit at present and in which year it is launched? So now Mudra scheme budget allocation or budget, I am saying, that is the loan limit under Mudra extended to 20 lakh rupee, and it was introduced in the year 2015. So 2015 में introduced हुआ था. Next question. According to the union budget, which of the following statement regarding the capital gain taxation is correct? Very, very important question. Capital gain taxation is correct. Government had made lots of changes in the capital gain. and middle class was not happy with that, right? So long term capital gain tax reduced from 20% to 12%. लॉन्ग टर्म का जो आपका कैपिटल गेन टैक्स है उसको कम किया है गवर्नमेंट ने अभी, फ्रॉम वेयर, फ्रॉम 20% टू 12.5% विदाउट टैक्स, विदाउट इंडेक्सेशन, विदाउट गेटिंग द बेनिफिट ऑफ इन्फ्लेशन. पॉइंट नंबर 2, शॉर्ट टर्म कैपिटल गेन टैक्स इंक्रीज फ्रॉम 20% टू 15% टू 20%. तो शॉर्ट टर्म का आपका जो कैपिटल गेन है उसको डिक्रीज कर दिया है फ्रॉम, इंक्रीज कर दिया फ्रॉम 15 टू 20%. थर्ड वन बोल रहा है दैट इज लॉन्ग टर्म कैपिटल गेन टैक्स, that is exemption limit, that you are making the investment on the long term capital gain tax financial assets, it is decreased from 1.25 lakh to 1 lakh रुपये. ये 3 स्टेटमेंट. एनी आइडिया? हाँ बताइए, एनी आइडिया? ओके ओके. सो यहां पर आपका जो स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1 है दैट इज करेक्ट, स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2 is correct, third one is wrong. 1, what it is saying, that without indexation, without having the benefit of inflation, if you will sell your property and you will not take the benefit of inflation, then you will be able to pay 12.5% without indexation. Point is correct. Second one, short term capital gain tax increase from 15% to 20%. ये 15 से increase करके कितना हो गया? 20%. Point number 3, long term capital gain tax actually decreased from 1.25 lakh to 1 lakh rupee. It was previously 1.25 lakh, now it decreased to 1 lakh rupee. तो ये आपका decrease हुआ है, not it is increased. ठीक है, ये decrease हुआ है आपका. So previously the limit was, ठीक है, previously means exemption, समझिए यहां पर exemption की बात हो रही है, मैंने थोड़ा सा उल्टा बोल दिया, just a second. exemption की बात हो रही है. So एग्जम्पशन जो है आपका वो इंक्रीज हुआ है फ्रॉम 1 लाख रुपी टू 1.5 लाख रुपी. प्रीवियसली व्हेन यू वर मेकिंग द इन्वेस्टमेंट अप टू 1 lakh rupee per year, that was exempted in the long term capital gain tax. Now 25,000 extra benefit will be available, so it is 1.25 lakh rupee. ठीक है, पहले 1 लाख रुपी था, अभी 1.25 लाख रुपी हुआ है. थोड़ा सा नया सेटअप है, मेरे को टाइम लगेगा 1-2 दिन का, 1-2 दिन में हैबिट हो जाएगी. ठीक है, तो थोड़ा मैनेज करते हुए चलना. चलिए आगे मूव कर रहे हैं. क्लियर है यहां तक पॉइंट? हाँ. डू यू नो द डेट आफ्टर विच बोथ ऑप्शंस आर अवेलेबल? दैट इफ यू बॉट अ प्रॉपर्टी बिफोर दिस डेट, you will have both the option. Either you can go for 12%, 12.5%, or you can go for 20%. 20% with indexation, 12.5% without indexation. Both options are available. What was that date? What was that date? Kumar Gaurav, in the next session I have kept it. Agriculture Infrastructure Fund. वो हमने नेक्स्ट सेशन में रखा हुआ है. ठीक है, मंडे वाला सेशन जो है उसमें रखा हुआ है, वाला पॉइंट अपन ने कवर करेंगे उसको. चलिए नेक्स्ट है. When is the unified pension scheme officially applied for the retirees as well? So unified pension scheme will be applied on 1st of April 2025. But those who are getting retired till 31st March 2025, automatically it will be applicable on them. Those who are getting the retirement by 31st March 2025, it is going to implement it automatically on them as well. In 2023, Finance Ministry established a committee led by whom to evaluate the national pension scheme of the government. So under the chairmanship of whom a committee was formed by the government of India, which evaluated and given the recommendation about implementation of UPS, Unified Pension Scheme. So Unified Pension Scheme के लिए एक committee बनी थी, that was led by Mr. TV Somnath Sir, former Finance Secretary of India, TV Somnath Sir. What is the position TV Somnath Sir is holding at present? अभी होल्ड कर रहे हैं कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी का पोजीशन, राइट? सो करेंटली ही इज होल्डिंग द पोजीशन ऑफ कैबिनेट सेक्रेटरी. हु इज द न्यू फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी ऑफ इंडिया इन प्लेस ऑफ मिस्टर टीवी सोमनाथ? टीवी सोमनाथ सर की जगह में अभी करंट में कौन है फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी आपके? मिस्टर तुहिन कांत पांडे. मिस्टर तुहिन कांत पांडे. मिस्टर तुहिन कांत पांडे सर इज द करेंट फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी ऑफ इंडिया. ठीक है, तो करंट में आपके फाइनेंस सेक्रेटरी तुहिन कांत पांडे सर. तो यूपीएस जो इंप्लीमेंट हुआ था, दैट वाज इंप्लीमेंटेड ऑन द रिकमेंडेशन ऑफ टीवी सोमनाथ कमेटी. नेक्स्ट वन, Unified pension scheme introduced an assured family pension. In unfortunate event of employee death, and their family will receive a pension of how much percent on the death of employee. So in case of unfortunate death of the employee, 60% pension will be given to the family. तो family को आपको कितना कितना pension दिया जा रहा है in case of death of employee? So it will be 60% of the salary will be provided in the form of pension. Next one, under unified pension scheme, employees will have minimum assurity that this much amount of minimum pension will be available. This much amount of minimum pension will be available after completion of 25 years of duration. अगर 25 years का duration complete होता है, in that case minimum how much amount of percentage of pension will be provided. So if employee have completed 25 year of services, in that case government will provide minimum 50% of last drawn salary as the pension. Minimum 50% of last drawn salary as the pension. The Indian government have recently proposed exemption on custom duty. What is custom duty? Custom duty is the taxation which is applicable on the product which are imported to India. Import किए गए product के ऊपर जो लगता है tax, that is called custom duty. Which of the following category of item is not exempted from the custom duty by the Indian government? So on few products, government have exempted the custom duty. Which of the following product is not included in that exemption? So solar cell panels are not exempted. Just remember, government of India is planning to increase the production of solar panels, solar cells within India. That is why there will be tax on import. Government wanted that companies should not import it. They should manufacture within India and then implement it. तो logically भी लगा सकते थे इसको आंसर आप, right? So solar panels जो हैं इसके ऊपर exemption नहीं हटाया है. It will not be exempted. So here you have the complete list. Affordable medicine के लिए cancer medicines are exempted. After that, basic custom duty decreased to 15% on mobile phone. So mobile phone पर custom duty decrease किया है. After that, custom duty decreased on gold and silver also. So these were the exemptions which government have done. Okay, which government have done. So exemption more on the capital goods for manufacturing of solar cell and panels. So solar cell panels का raw material you can take from outside, but you cannot directly import solar cell and panels from outside. They will not be exempted. That is the point. Next one. India funded project in the neighborhood received bulk allocation. Ministry of External Affairs under the Union Budget. Nepal secure how much amount of fund? तो नेपाल को कितना फंड दिया गया इंडिया की तरफ से? 700 crore rupees. There is an important list. If you will see here in that list, Bhutan received 2068 crore rupees from India. This is the allocation which we are giving to other nations. हम दे रहे हैं दूसरे देशों को. तो नेपाल ने रिसीव किया इंडिया की तरफ से 2068 करोड़ रुपी. नेपाल रिसीव 700 करोड़ रुपी. नेपाल रिसीव 700 करोड़ रुपी. म्यांमार रिसीव 250 करोड़ रुपी. तो ये दो तीन का आपको इंपॉर्टेंट है याद रखना, इंक्लूडिंग श्रीलंका ऑल्सो. तो श्रीलंका को है 245 करोड़ रुपी का अमाउंट. What is the estimated total dividend public sector enterprises not included financial institutions or public sector bank or RBI? They are not included. Apart from that, all the PSCs, NTPC, HPCL, IOCL, BPCL, BSNL, these type of companies all together will provide how much amount of dividend to government of India? So government is expecting around 56,260 crore rupee dividend from these organizations. 56,260 crore rupee dividend from these organizations. We'll see the dividend expectation from the financial institution including RBI. So that is very high. 2.32 lakh crore is the expectation of Reserve Bank of India. So this is the expectation. 2.32 lakh crore rupee from the financial sector. तो ये expectation है कहां से? Financial sector से. Clear है भाई यहां तक? ठीक है, ठीक है. फर्स्ट सेशन है चैनल पे इस वाले पर लाइव. तो विद द टाइम यू एंड मी बोथ विल बी हैबिचुअल टू डू द सेशन. सेटअप भी नया है इसलिए मैं आपको बता रहा हूं अभी, तो थोड़ा सा टाइम लगेगा. विल बी हैबिचुअल वन बाय वन. So what is the total allocation for the capital expenditure in railway? In the Indian Railway, what is the budget allocation for the capital expenditure purpose? So capital expenditure in the Indian Railway, the total allocation is 2.62 lakh crore. 2.62 lakh crore. PDF download kar lena, and you can revise. You should revise actually from the PDF at least once. So there will be 2 point, and they are they are the point which can easily confuse you. I'll tell you why. What is the total allocation for the railway, Indian Railway? Total allocation for the Indian Railway is 2.52 lakh crore. But what is the total capital expenditure for Indian Railway? So total capital expenditure is 2.62 lakh crore. 2.62 lakh crore. How is it possible, sir? Railway का total allocation 2.52 and total capital expenditure 2.62, because government of India have now different type of schemes like NIP, National Infrastructure Pipeline. So according to National Infrastructure Pipeline, there are lots of projects which will fall under Indian Railway also. So because of that, the total allocation is 2.52 lakh crore, but total capital expenditure is 2.62 lakh crore for Indian Railway. I hope it is clear. Next one. Under PM Gati Shakti mission, how many high traffic density corridor have been identified enabling multimodal connectivity? So correct answer hai 200 corridors planned under this category. 200 corridors planned under PM Gati Shakti mission. Budget ka hi point hai. So government have port connectivity corridor projects. So 42 port connectivity corridor project announced under this scheme. After that, government have announced economic railway corridor. So 192 economic railway corridors announced by the government. 192 economic railway corridors announced by the government. And then high traffic density corridor 200 project announced by the government. तो तीन नंबर है वो याद रखना है आपको. They were announced in the budget only. That is railway budget part. And some other point regarding railway, like 1 or 2 points are, we'll see the current situation, current pace. At present, every day Indian Railway is able to make the 14.54 kilometer of railway track. अभी current में कितना railway track per day डिजाइन हो रहा है या फिर एक्स्ट्रा इंक्रीज हो रहा है? तो रेलवे इज एबल टू इंक्रीज 14.54 किलोमीटर रेलवे ट्रैक पर डे कंपेयर टू 4 किलोमीटर इन द ईयर 2014-15. सो 4 से 14 पर आ गए, 14.5 पर. ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. ठीक है, आगे चलिए. नेक्स्ट है यूनियन बजट 2024 प्रेजेंट बाय द निर्मला सीतारमन जी इन द पार्लियामेंट. New pension scheme was announced for the minor. What is the name of that pension scheme? So what is the name of the pension scheme that is announced for the minors? Easy to answer. Correct answer is NPS Vatsalya. Recently, 1 or 2 days before it was in news, NPS Vatsalya have been launched by the finance minister. What is the minimum amount kept by the finance minister to subscribe for this scheme? That to start this scheme. कि आपको अगर start करना है, minimum amount which is required under this scheme. Tell me the answer. So what is the minimum amount which is required for this scheme? Another question on NPS Vatsalya. NPS Vatsalya will be converted into normal or regular NPS scheme. NPS Vatsalya is going to convert into regular NPS scheme. Regular NPS scheme after attending the age of 18. So after attending the age of 18, it will be converted into regular NPS. 1 second. It's fine, right? Yeah. So it will be converted into regular NPS. So correct answer 18. हाँ, minimum amount कितना रखा है इसके लिए? Minimum amount is 1000 rupee. 1000 rupees. 1000 rupee का minimum amount रखा है government ने to subscribe for the NPS. Next one. How much amount government have implemented for Khelo India initiative in the recent budget for the sports ministry? So the total amount for the Khelo India have kept by the government of India this year is 900 crore rupee. So 900 crore rupees the budget allocation by the government of India for Khelo India scheme, although the total budget allocation is 3,400 crores. So 3,400 crore rupees the total allocation for the sports ministry. Out of 3,400 crore, the maximum budget allocation is for Khelo India, that is 900 crore rupee. What is the targeted number under Pradhan Mantri Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras government of India to open by 31st of March 2027? So 31st March 2027 till this date, government of India is planning to open how many this Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendras? One more question. India's first Bharatiya Jan Aushadhi Kendra started out of India in which country? What is the name of that country? In which country the first भारतीय जन औषधि केंद्र वॉज स्टार्टेड रिसेंटली, पहला भारतीय जन औषधि केंद्र जो है वो स्टार्ट किया गया, तो कहां पर स्टार्ट हुआ है आपका? सो फर्स्ट भारतीय जन औषधि केंद्र, दैट फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल क्वेश्चन वाज 25,000 गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया हैव प्लान टू ओपन 25,000 प्रधानमंत्री भारतीय जन औषधि केंद्र बाय 31st March 2027, by 31st March 2027, and where it was started? In Mauritius. Very good. So where it was started? In Mauritius. मॉरिशस में स्टार्ट हुआ है, इनॉग्रेटेड बाय द एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया, एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मिनिस्टर ऑफ इंडिया इनॉग्रेटेड इट. नेक्स्ट वन, who led high level committee called युवा आपदा मित्र scheme? युवा आपदा मित्र scheme was announced recently. It was led by Mr. Amit Shah. So युवा आपदा मित्र scheme announced by the government with the budget allocation of 470 crore rupees. So budget allocation is 470 crore rupees for the युवा मित्र आपदा scheme, and it was led by Amit Shah ji. तो एक तरीके का स्कीम है अंडर विच गवर्नमेंट इज प्लानिंग टू मेक सपोर्ट सिस्टम, मोर बिगर सपोर्ट सिस्टम फॉर एनडीआरएफ, नेशनल डिजास्टर रिस्पांस फोर्स, उनके लिए और बड़ा सपोर्ट सिस्टम क्रिएट करने के लिए गवर्नमेंट ने लॉन्च किया है. ड्यूरिंग द करेंट फाइनेंशियल ईयर, हाउ मच टोटल फंडिंग हैज बीन एलोकेटेड by the central government for disaster management across the SDRF? So across the SDRF, the total budget allocation that is allocated, total budget allocation that is given by the government is 6,348 crore. This is the total allocation for the state under state disaster response force, out of which 470 crore rupee, out of which 470 crore rupees the budget allocation for युवा मित्र आपदा स्कीम. तो युवा मित्र आपदा स्कीम का बजट एलोकेशन आपका कितना आ रहा है? दैट इज 470 करोड़ रुपए. ठीक है, नेक्स्ट है, कंसीडर द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट अबाउट इलेक्ट्रिक मोबिलिटी प्रमोशन स्कीम. इलेक्ट्रिक मोबिलिटी प्रमोशन स्कीम. सो the original duration of electric mobility promotion scheme was from 1st April to August. Initial budget allocation was 500 crore rupee. Now it has been increased to 778 crore rupee. Point number third, the scheme have been extended till 31st of March 2025. So 31st March 2025 तक के लिए स्कीम को क्या किया गया है? एक्सटेंड किया गया है. So correct answer है ऑप्शन नंबर 2. ऑप्शन नंबर 2, फर्स्ट वन इज रॉन्ग, थर्ड वन इज रॉन्ग. पहला गलत है, तीसरा गलत है. Why? Initial phase was from 1st of April till it was implemented till July. So it was expected to implement it till 30th of July. ये जुलाई तक के लिए आपका स्कीम लाया गया था, not till August. After that the scheme have been extended till, कब तक के लिए स्कीम को एक्सटेंड किया गया है? It has been extended till September 2024. तो September 2024 तक के लिए इसको एक्सटेंड किया गया. So it has been extended till September 2024. So this is the duration till which the scheme have been extended. Important point है. So budget allocation for the scheme is 778 crore rupee. Now the scheme extended till 30th of September 2024. Full form is electric mobility promotion scheme. One more scheme for the promotion of electric vehicles in India. To increase the number of electric vehicles in India, one more scheme recently launched by the government of India, going to be very important for your interviews also. That is, what is PM E-Drive scheme? What is PM E-Drive scheme? So PM E-Drive scheme replaces to FAME, faster adoption manufacturing of electric vehicles in India. Point number 2, PM E-Drive budget allocation is 10,900 crore rupee for the duration of next 5 years. समझना पड़ेगा correct क्या है नहीं है, what is right and wrong. And the target is 2,000 crore rupee. 2,000 crore rupee allocated for the purpose of 72,300 fast charging stations across the highway, addressing the anxiety of EV users that we do not have electric chargers available in India properly. So statement number 1 is correct, statement number 3 is correct, second one is wrong. पहला करेक्ट है, दूसरा करेक्ट है, तीसरा वाला आपका क्या है? रॉन्ग स्टेटमेंट है. चलिए देख लेते हैं क्या यहाँ पर पॉइंट बन रहा है. फर्स्ट वन जो है आपका दैट इज करेक्ट, इट हैव रिप्लेस टू फेम स्कीम. सेकेंड वन, budget allocation is 10,900 crore rupee, but this is the allocation for the duration of 2 years. 2 years के लिए budget allocation है, not for the duration of 5 years. Then 2,000 crore rupee allocated for the installation of 72,300 fast charging stations, fast chargers in India और charging stations in India. तो ये तीन अमाउंट आपको याद रखना है. टोटल बजट एलोकेशन है 10,900 crore rupees. अनदर क्वेश्चन, Government of India recently implemented PM E-Drive scheme. Under PM E-Drive scheme, okay, so under PM E-Drive scheme, Government have allocated 3,600 crore rupee. Government have allocated 3,600 crore rupee. 3,600 crore rupee for subsidies to incentivize which of the following vehicle? Two-wheeler, three-wheeler, e-ambulance, e-truck, e-buses. E-cars are not included into this. And here your answer is all of the above are correct. जिन्होंने पहले किया हुआ है मेरे साथ, they are easily able to answer by they have already learned everything properly, right? काफी लोगों को तो ऑलरेडी अच्छे से आंसर्स याद हो गए हैं कि क्या आंसर्स होने चाहिए. Why? Because already revised so many times. Union Cabinet have approved Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana Phase 4 for the duration of 24-25 to the year 28-29. 24-25 to the year 28-29 with the total budget allocation of how much amount of rupee? क्या बजट एलोकेशन रखा गया है इसके लिए? सो टोटल बजट एलोकेशन है 70,125 करोड़ रुपए. 70,125 करोड़ रुपीज द टोटल बजट एलोकेशन फॉर प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना. प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना will be implemented. 70,125 crore will be implemented for the duration of 2024-25 to 28-29. It means this is the budget allocation for the duration of next 5 years. काफी सारा important data है इसमें. It will be implemented for the duration of next 5 years. Another point, government have aimed to construct 62,500 kilometers of road. कितने roads बनाने वाले? Total length क्या होगा? 62,500 kilometers road government is planning to create and to connect 25,000 villages. 25,000 villages को connect करने के लिए government ने announcement किया है. So total budget allocation is 70,125 crore. 62,000 kilometer roads will be constructed and 25,000 villages will be included in this scheme that will be connected with the national highways. Union Cabinet have extended the benefit of Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana for all the senior citizens age above 70. 70 and above के लिए government ने recently announce किया है क्या? That is Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. Health benefit up to 5 lakh rupee will be available. Does not matter what is the salary or family income. Everyone age above 70 will be able to get the benefit of it. Union Cabinet approved Mission Mausam for the better weather forecasting services in India. So budget allocation for Mission Mausam is 2,000 crore rupees. Simple question है, बस budget allocation आपको याद कर लेना है. So budget allocation is 2,000 crore rupees. Which scheme focuses on socio-economic advancement of tribal household? Socio-economic advancement of tribal household in 63,000 villages and aim to benefit 5 crore tribals. So recently in the union budget, one socio-economic benefit scheme was announced by the government of India. So what was the name of that scheme? Is the slide is getting blur? It's fine. All okay? All okay? चलो ठीक है. नेक्स्ट. सो करेक्ट आंसर है प्राइम मिनिस्टर जनजातीय उत्थान ग्राम अभियान. प्राइम मिनिस्टर जनजातीय उत्थान ग्राम अभियान. गवर्नमेंट हैव एलोकेटेड 13,000 crore rupee. Government have allocated 13,000 crore rupee for the tribal ministry, which is approximately 70% higher compared to the last year. So 13,000 crore का government ने क्या रखा हुआ है? Allocation रखा हुआ है for the tribal ministry. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman broke the former Prime Minister Morarji Desai record on 23rd of July. On July 23rd, she unveiled her which consecutive budget? This is important to read. Consecutive budget for the year 2024-25. So she have presented her 7th consecutive budget. Remember one more point. Morarji Desai is the person who still have presented the maximum number of budget in India, that is 10 times. So Morarji Desai have presented total 10 time budget in India. 10 बार उन्होंने बजट प्रेजेंट किया था इंडिया में अभी तक. ठीक है? हाँ, ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. अच्छा, क्वेश्चन चेंज करते हैं तो स्क्रीन ब्लर हो रहा है. ठीक है, मैं चेक करता हूं जरा. ऑन एवरी क्वेश्चन आर यू एबल टू सी दैट स्क्रीन इज गेटिंग ब्लर ऑन एवरी क्वेश्चन? एक सेकेंड मैं चेक कर लेता हूं कहां पर मिसिंग है. ओके, वन सेकेंड मैं एडजस्ट कर रहा हूँ थोड़ा सा। वही मैं बोल रहा था ना, इट विल टेक टाइम टू अस टू अंडरस्टैंड एवरीथिंग एंड इम्प्लीमेंट स्लोली। देखो ज़्यादा हो गया। कर रहा हूँ, जस्ट गिव मी 1 मिनट। हाँ, हम्म, इसका रिस्पॉन्स लेट है एक्चुअली। नहीं नहीं, वो रिस्पॉन्स लेट है। प्रेस करने के काफ़ी देर बाद वो रिस्पॉन्स कर रहा है, ये प्रॉब्लम है एक्चुअली। मतलब लेट रिस्पॉन्स है। वी पीपल आर फास्ट नाउ डेज। अब देखो सही आ गया। देखो सही आ गया, परफेक्ट है, ओके है, राइट। आई लर्नड इट। हाँ, सीख गया। चलो नेक्स्ट है। सो इट वाज आर्टिकल 112। इट वाज आर्टिकल 112 under which annual financial statement and union budget have been defined. Which edition of Lok Sabha was established following the general election in India from 19 to from 19th of April to 1st of June 2024? Which edition of, yeah, which edition of Lok Sabha elections were conducted, or which edition of Lok Sabha have been formed after the general elections of 2024? It is the 18th Lok Sabha which is formed. It is the 18th Lok Sabha which is formed and implemented. RRB PO के important है question. Next है, senior BJP leader Om Birla re-elected as the Speaker of Lok Sabha for 18th Lok Sabha. You will be able to remember 18th Lok Sabha. Under which article of Indian Constitution it provide the election of Speaker of Lok Sabha? So Speaker of Lok Sabha is Mr. Om Birla. The position of Om Birla or the position of Speaker of Lok Sabha is defined under Article 93 of Indian Constitution. So ये आपका define है Article 93 में इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के, ठीक है। सो आर्टिकल 93 ऑफ इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, the position of Speaker of Lok Sabha is defined currently. Mr. Om Birla is the Speaker of Lok Sabha. He is the member of Lok Sabha from Rajasthan कोटा, कोटा के राजस्थान से Speaker of Lok Sabha हैं, मतलब member of Lok Sabha हैं. Who has named the leader of House of Rajya Sabha? What is the name of leader of House of Rajya Sabha? Actually, this time Rajya Sabha leader of House have been changed. So new leader of House is Mr. JP Nadda. Mr. JP Nadda. So JP Nadda sir is the leader of House in Rajya Sabha. Do you know that Mr. JP Nadda is holding which ministry in the current government? Current government में कौन सा ministry hold कर रहे हैं JP Nadda sir? So which ministry holded by Mr. JP Nadda in the current ministry? Current ministry में कौन सा ministry ये hold कर रहे हैं? Next है. So union budget proposed by the Nirmala Sitharaman ji. There is a decrement on basic custom duty on the mobile phones in India. On mobile phone, charger, etc. It will be 15% now. Out of total mobile phone consumption in India, approximately how much percent of mobile phones are manufactured in India? Very important question. India now 97% of its total mobile phone produced within India. So 97% of mobile phone which we are using in India, they are manufactured within India now. It is important data to remember and surprising also. But the data is correct. So 97% hai. In the Union Budget 2024, Union Finance Minister announced the capital expenditure of 11.11 lakh crore rupee, which amount to certain percentage of GDP. So this 11.11 lakh crore is how much percentage of the GDP of India. So it is 3.4% of the total GDP of India. ये कितना है? 3.4% है total GDP का. So Nirmala Sitharaman ji have announced the total capital expenditure of India 11.11 lakh crore, which is 11% higher compared to the last financial year. 3.4% of the total GDP of India. After that, 10 lakh rupee have been announced for the higher education. It is the amount which is applicable under PSL of education also, priority sector lending also. Mudra scheme loan limit have been extended from 10 lakh rupee to 20 lakh rupee. That is also important. Fiscal deficit estimated at 4.9% of the GDP rate for the current financial year. तो सारा important data आपके पास है. Union Cabinet on approved proposal implementation of fourth phase of Pradhanmantri Gram Sadak Yojana for the year 24-25 to 28-29 at the budget allocation of 70,125 crore. At the allocation of 70,125 crore, which Prime Minister have announced this scheme in which year? ये जो आपकी प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम सड़क योजना है, it was announced by whom and in which year? So correct answer is, scheme was announced by Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji on 25th of December 2000. 25th December is the birth anniversary of Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Every year we celebrate Good Governance Day on 25th of December. तो ये भी याद रखिएगा कि 25th December को Good Governance Day हम celebrate करते हैं. So 11.11 lakh crore rupees the budget allocation. Budget estimated the total borrowing and liability is 27% of 48.28 lakh crore rupees. So approximately what is the total amount of borrowing government is going to take in the current financial year? तो जो total borrowing amount है current financial year का आपसे वो पूछा गया है. What is the total amount of borrowing government is going to take in the current financial year? तो current financial year में आपका जो total borrowing amount है that is 13.20 lakh crore. Total budget हमारा कितना है? 48.2 lakh crore rupee. ये आपका total budget है, correct है? 48.2 lakh crore rupee. This is the total budget. Out of which this amount is the borrowing, is the loan which will be taken by the government of India from the market. तो ये आपका borrowing का amount हो गया, which is 27% of the total budget. Indian government plan to disinvest in LIC, Life Insurance Corporation, through the sale of 10% stake in the 7 years and 25% in 10 years. So by the year 2032, in LIC, government need to disinvest 25% total. Current disinvestment is only 3.5%. They need to do total 25% by the year 2032. Now question is, when government will collect the fund, government will collect the fund by the sale of stocks of LIC. Which of the following receipt government is going to get from here? कौन सा receipt होगा जो government यहाँ से लेगी? So it is going to be the non-debt capital receipt part of the government. Revenue receipt क्या होता है? The amount which collected by the government from taxes. जो taxes से आया वो हो गया आपका revenue receipt. What is the meaning of capital receipt? Capital receipt में होगा आपके पास capital, that is debt capital, non-debt capital. तो दो पार्ट में आ जाता है capital receipt. एक हो जाएगा आपके पास debt capital receipt and second one is non-debt capital receipt. Debt capital receipt means loans borrowed by the government from the market. Non-debt capital receipt हो गया आपका disinvestment done by the government. ठीक है, debt capital receipt means borrowing from the market and non-debt capital receipt means disinvestment, when government sold their property and after that government got the money from the market, that is called non-debt capital receipt. So in the total budget, approximately 27% amount government is going to collect from the borrowing part and income tax have 19%. तो income tax का शेयर याद रखना है, इस बार काफी न्यूज में था income tax. प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण योजना is a flagship program of government of India under which government provide 5 kg free ration monthly to 800 million beneficiaries to cover under National Food Security Act. This scheme has been extended for the duration of how many years? Apart from that, what is the budget allocation for this scheme? Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, what is the budget allocation? So what is the budget allocation for Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana? So Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana budget allocation is, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana budget allocation is, first of all the scheme have been extended till the year 2028. तो स्कीम आपका एक्सटेंड हुआ है till the year 2028. And what is the budget allocation guys? बजट एलोकेशन कितना रखा है इसके लिए? ब्लर वाला प्रॉब्लम अभी भी है, मैं क्लास के बाद वीडियो देखूंगा, जो जो प्रॉब्लम होंगे उनको फिर हम रिजॉल्व करेंगे, ठीक है? हाँ, क्लास की इमीडिएटली बाद में वीडियो देखूंगा एंड आफ्टर दैट विल चेक दैट व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम इनटू दिस, रिजॉल्व इट, विल रिजॉल्व इट टुडे. 2 लाख करोड़ रुपए का बजट एलोकेशन है. 2 लाख करोड़ रुपए is the budget allocation under this. So 2 lakh crore rupee का budget allocation है, ठीक है? तो where the government is going to do the expenditure, that is the amount. Interest payment will be around 19%. Interest payment will be around 19%. Centrally sponsored scheme will be 8%. Central sector scheme like PM Kisan scheme and Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, where 100% expenditure beared by the government of India, in that 16% is the overall expenditure from the government side. In Union Budget 2024-25, the total allocation of energy sector will be 68,769 crore rupee. 68,769 crore rupee is the total allocation, with the notable increment of funding in the various sectors. The allocation have increased significantly from 442 crore rupee in the year 2023-24 to 22,022 crore, 2,228 crore rupee in the year 2024-25. तो लास्ट ईयर के कंपैरिजन में बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस इन द बजट एलोकेशन इन विच सेक्टर? सो इट इज न्यूक्लियर पावर, नॉट सोलर सेक्टर. मोस्टली स्टूडेंट विल आंसर इन द एग्जामिनेशन सोलर सेक्टर हियर. न्यूक्लियर पावर में बजट एलोकेशन गवर्नमेंट ने काफी ज्यादा इंक्रीज किया है. लास्ट ईयर बजट एलोकेशन वाज in the nuclear power, यहाँ पर nuclear power project. So last year it was only 442 crore. From here it is now 2,228 crore. So 2,228 crore rupees the budget allocation for the nuclear sector this year. Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi is the initiative by the government of India under which 6,000 rupee provided per year, 6,000 rupee provided per year as the support to the farmers in 3 equal installment. Everyone knows this. For the current financial year, government have done the budget allocation of 60,000 crore. Easy to remember. 6,000 rupee per year, 60,000 crore is the budget allocation. This scheme was implemented by which state government for the first time? When the scheme was implemented, which state was the first state to implement this scheme? So it was Telangana. Telangana was the first state to implement this scheme. The scheme को implement करने वाला जो पहला state था, that was Telangana. Now here you have the budget allocations, guys. इसका अब important नहीं है. Why this scheme have been already removed विद द सपोर्ट ऑफ पीएम ई ड्राइव। तो इसको आप छोड़ देना, ये वाला आप स्किप कर देना, ठीक है। प्रधानमंत्री किसान सम्मान निधि 60,000 करोड़ बजट एलोकेशन है, इंपॉर्टेंट है। पीएम सौर्य घर मुफ्त बिजली योजना 6,250 crore rupees the budget allocation for current financial year. Otherwise, the total budget allocation under this scheme is 75,000 crore. तो 75,000 करोड़ का टोटल बजट एलोकेशन इस स्कीम में, ठीक है। ये भी पॉइंट आपका बनेगा। नेक्स्ट है, कंसीडर द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट अबाउट प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन मैं आज के लिए डिस्कस करूंगा, मतलब एक लास्ट टॉपिक डिस्कस करूंगा। देन आई विल कंटिन्यू द सेशन ऑन मंडे। मंडे को मैं सेशन कंटिन्यू करूंगा। कल मेरे थोड़े से प्रोजेक्ट्स फंसे हुए हैं, कल कुछ और काम है, वो कंप्लीट करके मंडे को गाइड करूंगा। टुमारो आल्सो व्हाटएवर आई एम डूइंग दैट इज डूइंग फॉर यू गाइस। ऐसा नहीं कि कल कुछ आराम है, कल आपके लिए ही कुछ बहुत अच्छा करने वाला हूं, इन्फॉर्म करूंगा बहुत जल्दी। कंसीडर द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट अबाउट प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना अर्बन। So it was launched on 15 August 2015. 11 lakh crore rupees the total investment under Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, and 3 year for the year 2024 to 27 duration Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana 2.2 scheme will be implemented. तो ये क्वेश्चन बन गया आपका प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना रिलेटेड, आपसे पूछा गया था कंसीडर द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट, नन ऑफ द अबव इज करेक्ट। पूरा डिटेल देखेंगे प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना का, डू नॉट वरी। सो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना 10 lakh crore rupee investment approved by the government of India under Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana 2.2. How much is the budget allocation or investment? Better to call it investment. So investment amount is 10 lakh crore rupee that is approved by the government. Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana Urban 2.0 replaced Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana Urban, and that was implemented till 31st of December 2024. Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana 2.0 will be implemented for the duration of 5 years. 5 ईयर के ड्यूरेशन के लिए इसको इंप्लीमेंट किया जाएगा प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना 2.0 को टिल द ईयर 2028-29, टिल द ईयर 2028-29। एंड अंडर दिस प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना अर्बन गवर्नमेंट हैव टारगेट टू कंस्ट्रक्ट 1 करोड़ न्यू हाउसेस। इसके लिए 1 करोड़ नए हाउसेस का टारगेट है। फॉर रूरल 2 करोड़ हाउसेस टारगेट। टोटल टारगेट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अंडर प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना, न्यू टारगेट ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया 3 करोड़। 3 करोड़ का टोटल टारगेट गवर्नमेंट ने यहां पर रखा हुआ है, ठीक है। तो ये पॉइंट हो गए। टोटल इन्वेस्टमेंट विच गवर्नमेंट हैव सेड दैट इज 10 lakh crore rupees the total investment which government have announced under this, and 2.3 lakh crore rupees the support from the side of government of India। मैंने देखिए डिफरेंट जो इंपॉर्टेंट स्कीम्स हैं उनके बजट एलोकेशन प्रॉपरली आपको टेबल फॉर्मेट में दे रखे हैं। इंपॉर्टेंट है मनरेगा, आफ्टर दैट आयुष्मान भारत योजना, जल जीवन मिशन, नेशनल हेल्थ मिशन। आजीविका ओके, बट फर्स्ट 4 आर इंपॉर्टेंट। सो फॉर मनरेगा बजट एलोकेशन इज 86,000 करोड़ रुपए। जल जीवन मिशन 70,163 करोड़, काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है। कंसीडर द करेक्ट स्टेटमेंट अबाउट प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना। So Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana Urban was launched in April 2016. Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana was rural was launched in June 2015. Total budget allocation for the year 2024-25 is 83,600 crore rupees. This is it. So again all the above statements are wrong. सारे के सारे आपके statements क्या हैं? गलत है। बजट एलोकेशन देखें आपका, तो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना का बजट एलोकेशन है आपके पास 84,600 करोड़ अप्रोक्सीमेटली। सो 84,600 करोड़ रुपए का आपका अप्रोक्सीमेटली क्या है, बजट एलोकेशन है। एंड यूनियन कैबिनेट अप्रूव्ड द स्कीम ऑन 10th of June। टोटल कंस्ट्रक्शन ऑफ द हाउसेस विल बी 3 करोड़। 3 करोड़ टोटल हाउसेस इसमें बनाने जा रही है गवर्नमेंट। टोटल 3 करोड़ हाउसेस विल बी क्रिएटेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट अंडर दिस स्कीम। सो टोटल हाउसेस विल बी 3 करोड़। यूनियन कैबिनेट प्रधानमंत्री approved Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana, how many houses will be constructed for urban poor and middle class? ध्यान से पढ़ना, क्या पूछ रहा है, urban poor and middle class। So for urban poor and middle class it will be 1 crore houses, 1 crore houses for urban poor and middle class। Pradhanmantri Awas Yojana is a government backed scheme. It was launched on which date? So it was launched on 1st of June 2015। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना आपका लॉन्च हुआ है जून 1st 2015 को। तो प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना अर्बन वाज लॉन्च्ड ऑन 1st June 2015, ठीक है। चलिए एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन है, विच स्कीम फोकस्ड ऑन सोशियो इकोनॉमिक एडवांसमेंट ऑफ ट्राइबल हाउसहोल्ड। 63,000 विलेजेस आर गोइंग टू बी कवर्ड अंडर दिस। करेक्ट आंसर है आपके पास प्रधानमंत्री जनजातीय उत्थान ग्राम अभियान। प्रधानमंत्री जनजातीय उत्थान ग्राम अभियान। सो दिस इज द session from my side for the day. Government schemes, new questions, MCQs, government schemes in MCQs, questions related to RRB and NABARD and agricultural schemes in India, RBI circular, RBI news. We will be doing these three topics on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Apart from that, it was the first session with the minimal infrastructure. So we will be doing it better with the time. Need your support in the comment box. Share the session, like the session, inform your friends. Classes are continue. Sir is not going anywhere. So join the sessions, be active, be connected, and we are going to do very awesome preparation for your RRB PO means in the upcoming 3 to 4 days. बिल्कुल एक्टिव रहना. मैं बहुत सारे सेशंस, बहुत सारे वीडियोस अप करने वाला हूं on the same channel. So if you have not subscribed yet, subscribe the channel today. We'll be meeting back again. आज तो मैं भी आपको टीएनए का वीडियो दे दूंगा रात तक, और उसके अलावा जो वीडियोस हैं वो भी अप होते रहेंगे विद द टाइम. सो थैंक यू फॉर ज्वाइनिंग द सेशन गाइस. थैंक यू फॉर ऑसम सपोर्ट. टेक केयर. ऑल द बेस्ट. जय हिंद.